Hey guys, so I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. We're gonna get into that in another video. I don't know what that is. It must be from my son. But yeah, we're gonna get into that in another video. Basically, this video is to talk about, y'all all know that, the husband took out the nexplanon, but the doctor really did. But, so basically, this is now 5 DPO. And I don't know. I'm keeping this as a what you call TTC journey, like diary. Anyway, so 3 DPO, I had to poop. I mean, every time I ate something. So I chucked it up to, because I did have macaroni and cheese that night. So I chucked it up to macaroni and cheese because I am a little, not that much, but I am a little lactose. If I have like too much dairy, it can really affect my digestion. So, or I was gonna say stomach, but same thing. Um, so I checked it up to that. That was 3 DPO. Now yesterday was 4 DPO, and if you don't know what DPO means, it means days past ovulation. So yesterday was 4 DPO, and last night was the worst. I didn't really have any dairy, but I did have some baked beans and rice, so we chucked it up to that. Or it could have been the chicken. We really don't know because both of us was in the bathroom, to tell you the truth. But a lot of times my husband gets sympathy symptoms, and if y'all don't know what sympathy symptoms is, it's basically where the father of the child can go through almost the same thing as the mother of the child, like morning sickness, weight gain, and he always go through it. When I go through it, he goes through it. So if I get like a cold, next thing you know, he got a cold, and it's not like a contagious cold. It's like just the sniffles for some reason. Like there's no runny nose, there's no drainage. It's just our congestion is clogged for some odd reason, and our kids don't even have to be sick. And if like I gain weight, he starts gaining weight. If I have a headache, he starts having a headache. Like all that stuff he goes through. Except for of course the cramps and stuff like that. But the gas, everything he goes through at the same time. If I'm tired, he's tired. All of that. But yeah, but like I said, we checked it up to bad food because we really didn't vlog as much as we wanted to with my son's pregnancy, so we don't know what's what. We just vlogging it to keep it as a, mental log for us, so we don't forget what happened in the last one, so we know the signs and the symptoms and stuff like that. Anyways, so enough about that rant. Yeah, so I had that, and then now I've been having like my boobs hurt. I did eat some waffles this morning. When y'all see this, it'll probably be like late at night. I did have some waffles this morning. I've been checking my cervix. Yeah, guys, if you don't want to hear the TMI, I would suggest you click off this video now, because it's gonna get juicy. And so far it's been high and soft. So it's closed, because they say if it's open, it should feel like this, like your lips opening, but it feels like this. So If you know, you know. So it's closed and it's high and it's soft. It's real soft. So even when it, if you know, you know, like I said, even when it lowers some and I can feel it a little bit more, it's still soft, real soft, like lips. So, um, well, there's that. And it's been like that, like I said, for the whole 5 DPO now. So we'll see if it hardens or not. If it hardens, then you know most likely you're and it's low, um, then it's most likely you missed this month. And if it stays in position like that for the whole until you miss your period and stuff like that, um, then most likely you hit the A game. Congratulations. So I've been checking it, but like I said, I'm only 5 DPO, so they said normally it don't start until about 6 DPO. So let's see, fingers crossed. I only got one more day, and as far as the cervical mucus, it's been creamy. It hasn't been dry, like dry and sticky. It's been creamy and it's been a lot. Like it's at 3 DPO, I wiped and could see like a lot on the tissue. So it's been a lot. Then on top of that, it's been a lot because it's been all in my underwear and things like that. So it's been a lot. And normally when I'm pregnant, I hate this right here. When I'm pregnant, I get a lot of discharge. So I mean, it's not where I'm saying like, oh, that must be an indicator. No, I'm just saying that that's often normal for me, and it's even normal for me before my period. So that's not gonna give me an indication at all. But I still watch it because if you know, you're supposed to watch it, especially around the time that you're supposed to ovulate, because ovulation happens normally when you have egg white discharge. And I didn't know what egg white discharge was until I finally paid attention to my cervical mucus. And trust me, that happens. It does happen. And it looks like, for people who didn't know, because people don't explain it, it literally looks like clear boogers. It literally looks like clear boogers. Like you're wiping clear boogers out your you know what. Okay, so that's an indication. That's nothing to be alarmed about. That's just your body saying, hey, it's time to. Okay. Now if you are, concerned like I kind of was, that you don't have enough cervical mucus, there is something out there that you can purchase. I did not have that problem because I was wiping and it felt like I was having a runny nose down there. Okay. But if you do have a problem where you wipe and you only see a little bit of egg white, or you literally, check your cervical mucus and you notice that it's not absorbent enough, they do have something called pre-seed that you can buy over the counter that is supposed to mimic that egg white feel, and it's supposed to be safe. I haven't used it. I know numerous other moms who have conceived who have used it. Also, you can also ask the OBGYN to prescribe you something that will basically, it's just like a decongestant, tell you the truth. It just thins out your fluids in your body, because that, from what my doctor explained to me, that just normally means that your body is not producing enough fluids. So a lot of people who suffer from dry mouth, or who suffer from dehydration a lot, they don't produce enough mucus. So or say you have, she said, even with people who notice that they have dry, itchy eyes, you're not producing enough hydration in your body, which is fine. I mean, she told me it's not like something that's completely out of the norm, because you'd be surprised how many people lack the, she said, the absorption of water, versus people who, you can drink 1 or 2 cups of water and you're hydrated. So it's just the way some people are different and some people aren't. But if you feel like, that thing ain't as juicy, or if you want some extra juiciness, girl, I ain't, hey, I ain't knocking you. But my husband was like, he don't want to be on a slip and slide. So, because I started to try it. I asked my doctor about it, and that's how I tell y'all all these facts. These aren't, like I said, these aren't from me. This is from my medical professional. Everybody's medical advice would be different. So don't take mine and say, oh, it's gold. No, please ask your medical professional about your body, okay? But if you want to try it, I'm pretty sure they're not going to tell you, oh no, you can't try it, it's bad for you, because this is literally something that people can buy over the counter. But yeah, if you want to try that slip and slide, girl, go ahead. But they did recommend that KY jelly isn't the greatest when you're trying to conceive, because it's mostly not water based or something, whatever that means. So that's why they say try pre-seed. Now, if you can find, I know they probably have them out there, where you can find a water based lubricant that's not pre-seed, because pre-seed is pretty expensive. But yeah, they say try to get a water based lubricant versus I guess they got oils or something like that in it, which those chemicals can damage the ejaculation, and we don't want to do that. So anyway, that's the only way I knew that I had ovulated. I also had some perineum pain, which was, hold on, which was pretty painful. We have an interruption. Hold on, I have to. Alright, guys, I had to move to my bathroom because apparently can't get no peace. Okay. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I did have some perineum pain, which is normal. It wasn't like it was severe. It was just like a little twinges, I would say, which was very annoying. But I did go ahead and do the baby dance that day, and then that's when I had that was, I would say, that was like when I had watery cervical mucus. So I did it that day, and then the next day I had the egg white. I definitely did the baby dance that day. Not only, not only because of the egg white, but because child, it was hot up in there. Okay. But yeah, and also I've noticed that I have like this. There's nothing. By the way, I'm not snorting up nothing. It's literally just congestion. There's nothing. See, I can blow just fine. You hear that? Nothing comes out. So, and I'm blowing hard as heck just now. But nothing's happening. So, like I said, nothing's happening. I noticed I have nasal congestion, which if you do your research and you look it up, nasal congestion is an early sign of maybe. So, see, I can't barely breathe. Um, Another thing I've had is, like I said, the breast tenderness and the fatigue. Me and him had the fatigue so bad. Day before yesterday. What was it yesterday? I want to say it was yesterday, and we had to take a nap. Yeah, it was yesterday. We had to take a nap because we were so exhausted. For some reason, we didn't know what. And my husband, if you knew my husband, he never takes a nap. Like, he'll lay down, and normally when he lays down in the bed, it's for another reason. Shh, mind your business. But other than that, he does not take naps at all. So, and he took a nap yesterday. He was tired. So, that's another thing. Fatigue. And I'm still tired. Okay? I'm still tired. I was tired this morning because I didn't go to bed last night. I went to the bathroom maybe 6 times last night. And I didn't get to bed until like 12:30. I fell asleep because I had took me another shower and I fell asleep in the shower. So I was like, let me get my butt in the bed. So that's another thing. Like I said, today is 5 DPO. That was 4 DPO yesterday. And they said you really won't know based on the cervix until you get 6 DPO. So I said, fingers crossed. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Now I told y'all the cervical mucus after the egg white turned immediately a creamy, and it's been staying a creamy. It has not changed. It did stay high. I thought it went low, but as I checked it, it was still high. So it's been staying high. It's been staying soft. Even then, I was like, no, it can't be high because it's soft. Well, I checked it the proper way. If you know how to check your cervix, please do it the right way. Okay. I checked it the right way in the right position, and it was high. So I've been checking it. They say to check it around the same time each day. I check mine once in the morning, once in the evening, around the same time in the morning, around the same time in the evening. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to misjudge, because it might be higher in the morning than it is in the evening. So that's why I check mine twice a day, even though you're only supposed to check it once a day at the same time. I like to check it twice a day at the same time. Just to be me, because I'm extra. But you don't have to do that. If you want to check it in the evening or in the morning at the same time, supposedly it's not really supposed to differ too much. So if your thing is high in the morning, it should be around the same in the evening. Yeah. What's another thing? Another thing would be Like I said, we did the baby dance on the day that I had my ovulation pains. And yes, I feel, not everybody can say this, but I feel ovulation. I feel like I feel implantation because I feel like 2 little pinches or 3 little pinches every, you know, day up until the day I can take a pregnancy test. But I don't know, some doctors feel like you can, some doctors feel like you can't. I've never asked the doctor, because no, I did ask my doctor, and that's basically what she said. She said some people feel little pinches or cramps, um, up until the day of implantation. Some people feel it on implantation day. Um, I've felt it with my first child, and I thought my thing was coming down. I felt it. Um, and then I'm listening. If you have mom ears, you listen. Um, I felt it the day of implantation with my first child, but my second child and my third child, I did not feel anything. And I did not have any spotting or bleeding because I had spotting and bleeding. That's why I thought I had got my monthly. But nope, lo and behold, I had a little bundle of joy up in there. So, and then with Gabriel, which is my fourth child, I had implantation bleeding, and I had, the day before I took the pregnancy test, I had pinches in my right side, and he was in there. So I believe I can feel it. Not a lot of doctors, they go back and forth on whether or not you can feel implantation, or whether or not you can feel the implantation or not. So, I've been feeling those pinches and cramps and things like that going on, but you never know based on that. So I don't like to base it on that at all, because I felt cramps. Everybody feels cramps before their period, so I don't like to base it on that at all. Because I felt cramps before, and lo and behold, that day came, and I was like, yeah. So don't hurt your feelings by thinking, by being a dummy like me and thinking that, oh, it's something else, and it's not. What's another thing? So I felt that. I felt the twinges, and I had the cramps yesterday, which impulsed me to put on some protection. I'll say it that way. And lo and behold, it wasn't nothing but the I don't even know what it was, like stomach flu, upset stomach. I don't know. I had a little bit of it this morning when I ate some waffles, but I went to the bathroom and nothing happened as far as any bowel movements. I did use the bathroom, but it was no bowel movements. What do I want to say? Oh, so before I had the egg white, a lot of people say that you experience constipation. I did experience that really, really bad. Actually 2 days before, I had real bad constipation. So that's another thing. I want to say that's it, guys. I mean, like I said, I haven't took any kind of ovulation test. I'm just going by my body. I haven't took any kind of pregnancy tests, as you know, it's too early. They said at least wait until about 7 or 8 DPO. I know last pregnancy I waited till about 6 DPO. But I was taking ovulation tests because even though they say no, to me, like, the egg would still be there, if that makes sense. You know, if it's implanted, most likely it'll be still there. That's just my. That's not. I'm telling you, it's against medical advice to use an ovulation test as a pregnancy test, and I'm not telling you to use it as a pregnancy test. All I'm saying is, if the egg is still there, if it conceived and it's still there and ready to dig into that uterus, it should show that it's still there. That's just my opinion. But don't take my opinion. Take medical advice, and if you feel like you're pregnant, take your pregnancy test. But I just do it for giggles, because sometimes it's been wrong. Okay, the thing will show, yeah, I'm still in high fertility, and the next couple of days I get my menstruation. So it's just for giggles. Because I've done it with my third pregnancy and my fourth pregnancy. At 6 DPO, I'll take an ovulation test just to see. And it came back positive. I took ovulation tests when I was pregnant and it came back positive. So I don't know. Like the day before my menstruation, I took ovulation tests and it came back negative. So, but like I said, according to medical advice, and I want to say this again, do not use an ovulation test to determine pregnancy. Yeah, but I'll probably, get me some just to peep at it. But I have to get me some anyway because I'm going to start taking them next cycle. If, this cycle is a fail, but I don't know. As far as now, like I said, I'm only 5 days past ovulation. So I still got a little ways before I get that thing. Yeah, so let's stay tuned. Bye.